Hey everybody, I have this fun card for you that I saw on Susan Stanfield's blog, and she called it a springboard card, I believe. And I loved it, so I had to make my own. So it just sets up, and then it's got these really cool springs. It springs your card out, and then also your little piece inside, your flower inside, and then it just folds down and goes in a regular envelope. You do need to put extra postage on it. I encourage you to get some of the 1 ounce stamps, and you can get them at the post office, and then just put them on your cards that are a little bit heavier, and also use just regular basic white cardstock. I know that on this one I use the thick cardstock, and it really just makes it too heavy, and it makes the springs kind of hard to press down. So I would just use basic white cardstock. I wonder if you could also maybe use designer series paper if you have scraps, because I'll show you how to make the springs as well. So I made this one, and then I also made this one. I'm going to put this one up here because that's the one we're going to make. Isn't this pretty? The paper from the Cheerful Daisies bundle, and there's also a sweet that you can get with it. But I think that's pretty. It's one of the new in colors, the wheat. What's the name of it? Wild wheat. So it's pretty cool. It goes really well with gold. So I'm going to put that to the side. And then this is the one that she showed on her blog. I changed it just a tiny bit. I put the hello and then some twine on it, but I just thought it was so pretty. So you can use the Cheerful Daisies bundle, and this is the set. And if you need anything, just let me know. And also I use the paper, and in this designer series paper, I just want to show you real quick. There's this one piece that has for like your card fronts that you can use, and I noticed that she used this piece right here for the side panels. Well, it's not a very big piece, and if you go back into some of your retired paper, you can find it, or you can also use the new lemon lolly. So I think it looks good too. I mean, it's nice and bright, but whatever you like, you can find some crushed curry designer series paper that coordinates with the colors that are in this. So I also used the Cheerful Daisy DSP, and I cut this piece at 3 1/4 by 4, and then the white backing behind it is 4 1/4 by 3 1/2, and it's a perfect size for allowing you to still see the sides of your card. So let me just put all of this stuff to the side and out of the way, and then let me get started. Oh, I got a couple more things. The brushed brass butterflies I used, and then the new in color dots for 2023, 2025. And then here's some of our in color paper that you could also use. So put that to the side. You're going to need 2 pieces of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I always have extra that I've cut just on hand, in case I mess up. Never happens, I'm sure. But then I also have a piece of scrap that I had laying around, and that's what I'm going to show you how to make the springs real quick. So the springs, I'll show you right here. Hers are a little bit different size, but I just wanted something that was really easy for me to remember, so I didn't have to go back and keep looking to see what sizes I needed to cut. And this way I just kept it. I try to keep everything simple when I'm cutting and scoring. So you want to cut it make sure that cutting blade's down at the bottom, and only use your scoring gray piece right there, your scoring blade, which is gray. So you want to score, I keep saying cut, score at 1/2, and score at 1. Make sure I get it right there. Then you're going to flip it around and use your other side. I like this side for the 1/2 and the 1 inch. It just makes it easier for me. Then you want to score at 1 1/2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, and then 4.5 is your cutoff. So just cut that piece right there, and then put it to the side, and you can use it again, and then just flip it around, and you want to cut it 3/4, 3/4 of an inch, and these are your spring pieces. So you need 3 of these, but I like to cut a whole sheet of them so that I have a bunch on hand. I just wanted to show you a small piece that I had laying on my table, but just cut, you know, just cut a bunch of them all at once, because you know you're going to make more than one card. If you're making 1, you might as well make 2. If you're making 2, you might as well make 4, right? You have people you can send them to. 3/4. And then this one should be 3/4 as well. Let's see. Just a tiny bit, just a sliver off. So there you have some pieces ready to go. Let's put that over to the side. I'm going to show you how to make the springs first. So you just want to mountain, fold, belly fold, mountain. Then you go to the other side, because you got that 1 inch right there. And then you just want to fold, fold back, fold. And then this little piece comes out on top. And that's where you're going to put your glue to hold it into your shape. And then just press it down. And there's your spring. Isn't that cool? And then you're going to do this again. So fold, mountain, valley, mountain, mountain, valley, mountain, and then just bring this piece under that piece. Put some glue on it right here, and just press it down. You can use tear and tape for this as well, but if you don't put a lot of glue on it, then it dries pretty quickly. Let's put these over to the side. We just need 1 more. Oops, go to the other side. Mountain, valley, mountain, mountain, valley, mountain. And then just bring it underneath. Put your glue on there. I think I'm gonna need a new bottle soon. So if you're watching and you're in my area, let me know if you need some glue. I order it in bulk, and then my customers just tell me when they need some glue, and I get it for them. So if you're in the area, let me know. I can get some. All right, so let's bring our pieces in. We're gonna go ahead and go ahead and make this piece and get our flower on the front of it. Oops. What I love about Tombow, it gives you time to move your piece around if you don't have it in exactly the right spot. Gives you time to maneuver it and pull it around. There you go. Perfect. So then I forgot, I need my paper trimmer one more time. So this is the piece for right here that your card front's going to sit on. So this piece is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and then make sure that your blade goes down at the bottom, because you don't want to cut it. You want to score at 2 3/4, and then score at 4 1/8. So then you just fold it like this, and you have your piece ready to go. Give it a little burnish with the folder, just to press it down. Okay, and then we're going to bring our card base in, and just decide which pieces you want to put on here. Like I said, you can use the lemon lolly, or you can find some crushed curry And the crushed curry, of course, is on the Daisy, Cheerful Daisy. But this is from some old tea set or something in the last mini catalog. Can't remember the name of it now, but I save my cardstock or my designer series paper, and then when it retires, what I do is I take the colors out that are staying and I just put it in an envelope. Everything that's crushed curry, I put it in. Everything that's old olive, I put it in a little envelope, and then I have some pieces for when I need them. And then colors, the colors that stay, you might as well use them. So this is going to go right in the center. So you want to put a little bit of glue. And this is the scored piece that we did just a second ago. And if you unfold it, you can see where it needs to go better. So just unfold it and then just slide it into place. There we go. And then just fold this piece back, and then you want to put your 2 springs on that piece. So just a little bit of glue on there and bring it down about 1 inch from the top. Make sure that you have the same on both sides, and then just press it down. Put this down. Same thing, come up about 1 inch from the bottom. Make sure the sides are, the same on each side. It's just pleasing to the eye. So then we can go ahead and see where we want this piece to be. Go ahead and line it up. Make sure that it fits. I always like to dry fit it before I put any glue on it, and then that way I know if I need to trim anything before I put any glue. So then just lay this down. Slide it over a little bit. There we go. And then just press it down. And it just sits up there so nice. Isn't that awesome? I love it. So let's bring in our other pieces. So this piece right here, I cut it from little piece right here because it's exactly the color that I wanted. Sometimes it's hard to get that color if you just cut it out of the basic white, but if you cut it out of this, it's going to match exactly. So that's what I did, is I just cut it out of that designer series paper. And you need your little, bring in a piece of scrap paper because I'm going to do some watercoloring. So over. See where my little daisy is. There's my little daisy. So while we have this, we might as well put this together too. So we can just watercolor everything at once. So just put a little bit of glue, and I should have ran my bone folder over this so that I could pop up the leaves. Let's see if I can still do it without getting my bone folder in my glue or my fingers. Of course, I'm going to get my fingers on it. Oops, and then make a mess. So, but if you hadn't put glue on it first, you could just curl your leaves a little bit and then give it some dimension. So, you want to back side. So you just want to pop this on there. See if we can find the 2. There we go. I'm just going to put that on there. And then, oops, get that glue off of there. We're going to turn this around so we don't get glue all over the place. there. Put our little daisies up there. We're going to hit them with a little bit of color, and I'm going to put this here because I'm going to hit it with a little bit of color too. We'll put the glue out of the way, and then just bring in your water painters and your stamp pad. And like this, I just colored along the edge, and then on the inside I colored. And you can actually, if you want to do a big area, you can just take a sponge dauber and just put it in. Maybe take a little bit off if it gets too crazy. So just put a little on the outside. And then you can also, if you wanted to, you could just take the edge and hit the edge here with that. Right like that. Sponge daubers are awesome. I love them. So this piece, I'm going to take it and I'm going to give it some color, and then I'm going to pop it right in the center. So let's give it some early espresso. See if I can get a little water in there. So let's just get a little water. You can go right in the lid, or you can use your re-inkers. Re-inkers are great for everything. Anytime you get a new ink pad, go ahead and get yourself a re-inker. So I always tell the girls, you know, just get it. And what I like to do is just go right in those little divots there and give it just a little brush right along the edge. And then go ahead and paint this guy here. And then just go ahead and get the color out of it, because you want to go into, and I'm going to leave it open just in case I need a little bit more color. So then you want to come into your crushed curry and then paint that right there. So put those to the side. Like I said, I'm going to leave them close just in case I want to put a little more color in it once I get it together. And then I'm also going to need it for my flowers. So what I did with my sentiment right here is you want to just take your crushed curry, and this is one of the stamps from the set, and you want to ink it up and then ink off because you don't want it that dark. And then you just kind of tap it on there. Just put a little color, as much as you want. I'm going to go back over that again. I just think it's so pretty. Such a pretty stamp set. So then you want to take, I want these to be thank yous because I'm going to send them out to my ladies who have ordered from me. And then I'm going to just want to make sure that it just goes on the thank you. And then just, oh, that's so pretty. It just pops. I love it. Excuse me. So what you want to do, I'm going to bring in your little dots here. These are the in color dots. And I'm going to use these ones right here. I think these are the Pebbled Path. So I think they go really well with this. So just figure out where you want them to be. As you can see, I've used quite a few of them. I'm going to have to order some more. Good thing I'm placing an order tomorrow. So let's just put one right here. So then let's figure out where we want our sentiment to be. So if we put it here, then I think we're going to just pop that right on top of that one. I think that would be cute. So this time, I'm going to go ahead and curl these before I even touch the glue to it, and that way I don't have to worry about getting it on my fingers. And just put a little glue right along the edge because you don't want to glue it all down. I don't like it all glued down. I like it to pop up and have a little dimension. So just put that right up there. And then you can see if you would like a little more color on your flower, And I think I want just a tiny little bit more of the early espresso. I think I like it to be just a little bit darker. So let's just pop some color in there. And then let's add some more to this, because I think it needs to be just a tiny bit darker. And then let's clean it off. See, that's what this paper is for, so you can just get your color out of it, and then you can just make sure it's not too dark, because you want to go back into the crushed curry, and you want your color to go right back over top of it. I like it. It needed just that little bit more color, I believe. Put those over there. And then I'm going to put that guy up on a dimensional, and I'm going to use one of the little ones. Just put it right on the back. Peel that liner off. And let's see. Got to put our stem on there. Just put a little bit of glue on the back. Don't go crazy with it, because it doesn't need it at all. Just needs enough to hold it down, and then decide which way you want your stem. I think it wants to be this way. Put it right like that, like it's right on that flower. And then we're going to put this one right on top of it. Huh, I think that's kind of cool. I like it. It kind of has that mirror image underneath it. I think it's cool. So then this I'm going to put up on dimensionals too. And you can use just the edges of these dimensionals right here. It's a nice piece to put on there. So you can cut this one. Use all of your dimensionals, you know, because they're all sticky. You might as well use them. Just put this one on here. Right there. Pop off the backing. Place this right down here. You can even put some ribbon on this if you wanted to. Just put it down before you attach your front piece there. Pretty, I like it. So then let's just add this to our flower. The big leaves have to be up at the top, and then just pop this right in the center. I like it. So then we have our last spring here. Let's put some glue on it. Put our flower right on top of it, like that. Put a little bit of glue on the back side. And just lay that down. And if you wanted to stamp something on the inside, you could, and then you also have the back that you can write on, or you can even write on here, you know, if you don't want a sentiment on the inside. But I think this is so pretty. I love it. So I hope you enjoy this. If you have any questions, let me know. Leave me a comment on my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.